Today's video, we are going to build a ChatGPT trading bot. And let me tell you, I pretty much stopped coding without AI, especially for algo trading, now that ChatGPT came out. Everything I code, I now actually test through ChatGPT because I want to see if it can improve my code or give me even better ideas. So as you can see here, this is what we're going to build today. We're going to build a trading bot using ChatGPT, and I'm really going to push it to the limits here. I'm going to even ask it for a strategy. We're going to work with it a bit for a strategy and see what type of strategy can it create. And then we're going to go ahead and use the code to launch a trading algorithm. Now, a lot of people have tried this, a lot of people have failed, because what happens with the output of the code is sometimes it needs a couple tweaks. So if you know me, my name is Moon, and every single day I build a new trading bot or I tweak one of my old algorithms. I've been working on a ton of different machine learning models as well. And everything I do, I just try to teach here on this channel because my thought is, hey, if I can code for myself every single day and build new algorithms or tweak my old algorithms, I can get to my ultimate goal of 10% per day on a very big stack over time. So as you can tell, 10% per day might be easy on a small stack, but as that continues to grow, it's going to continue to get harder and harder. So that's the type of goal for me that gets bigger and bigger. As I reach 10%, it continues to get harder and harder and harder, and that's my type of goal that I can just work on for pretty much the rest of my life. Now, is it going to take the rest of my life to get there? Absolutely not. But I want to share that journey here with you on this channel. And I'm just going to keep coding. And if you enjoy this, make sure to tap that like button because that tells me to code with you instead of without you. But me and ChatGPT today are going to build a little bot. And the way I think of it is if I can show you what I'm doing, I can help you come up with a brilliant idea. And that brilliant idea could change your career path forever, opposed to all the other quants out there that don't really want to share anything. They come up with strategies and they don't want to go ahead and share it because they feel like they have the only thing that works, but in reality most strategies end up looking very similar. So let's go ahead and test ChatGPT and see what goes on. Let's say what's a good strategy to use on Bitcoin to trade Bitcoin intraday, so meaning inside the same day. Intraday trading refers to buying and selling cryptocurrencies within the same day. It is a high-risk, high-reward strategy that requires careful analysis, a solid trading plan, and the ability to make quick decisions. Here are a few tips that may help you with intraday trading of Bitcoin. Keep an eye on the market news. Stay up to date with the latest developments in cryptocurrency market, as news can have a significant impact on the Bitcoin price. Use technical analysis. Chart patterns, trend lines, and indicators can provide useful information about the direction and strength of the market. Set stop loss orders. These orders allow you to set a maximum loss level for a trade so that if price moves against you, your trade will be automatically closed to limit your losses. Use risk management techniques. Intraday trading can be volatile, so it's important to manage your risk. This might include using risk-reducing strategies such as diversification or only trading a small percentage of your overall portfolio. Have a trading plan. Before you start trading, it's important to have a clear plan in place. This should include your goals, risk tolerance, and a set of rules to guide your decision making. It's also important to note that trading cryptocurrencies carries a high level of risk as the market is highly volatile and prices can fluctuate significantly. It's essential to carefully consider your risk tolerance and trade accordingly. As with any investment, it's important to do your own research and due diligence before making any decisions. Okay. Thanks for the information, I guess. I mean, it's cool. You know, if I was a complete beginner, this would be helpful, maybe. But let's give them a better question. How to code a Python trading bot using Phemex and CCXT trading Bitcoin. I'm gonna say UBTC USD. And let's make this let's make it a breakout bot. Trading UBTC using the following strategy. When Bitcoin breaks out of consolidation to the upside, enter an order to go long. Close that order when it makes a 6% gain or a 3% loss. When Bitcoin breaks out of consolidation to the downside, enter an order to go short. Close that order when it makes a 6% gain or a 3% loss. And let's make this really good just to make sure that it has all the information needed. So how to code a Python trading bot using Phemex and CCXT. Trading UBTC USD using the following strategy. So we're telling it Python, we're telling it the exchange, we're telling it the library we want to use, we're telling it the symbol we want to use, and then here is the strategy. I think I'm gonna just enter that and see what it says. Here's an example of how you could code a Python trading bot using CCXT library to trade UBTC on Phemex using the strategy you described. Okay, this looks good. The import time, exchange, CCXT.exchange. This looks really solid thus far. It gets the price here. It gets the profit threshold, 6%, 3%. While true, fetch the current price and see if it's broken consolidation. Okay, if price is over consolidation, but what is the consolidation price? That's my first question. I don't see that anywhere. See, this code looks really awesome and big, and to somebody who's never coded before, I think this would look like it works, but I don't know if it will work because I don't see it if price is over consolidation price. Build out the function, let's say that. And then it says this code will continuously check the current price of UBTC on Phemex, and if it breaks out of consolidation to the upside, it will enter a long. If the price then rises by more than 6% or falls by more than 3%, the order will be closed. Similarly, if the price breaks out of consolidation to the downside, the code will enter a short order and close it if the price rises more than 6% or falls more than 3%. Please note that this is just an example, blah, 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 blah. Okay, for example, you'll need to set the consolidation price and size. Okay, so build a function for the above code to calculate consolidation price. Based on when the market is moving sideways for 24 or more hours. So let's give it a little massaging. And hey, if this is all confusing to you and you don't know how I spot these bugs, it's probably because you got to sharpen up your skills on with coding. So while this is pretty amazing, it helps me code a bit. You still have to have like some experience with coding. And I put all of my code and all my videos, step-by-step short videos, inside of a bootcamp, and you can access all that with the link below. And essentially it gives you short, concise videos, step-by-step exactly how to go from where you are to being an algo trader. So that's going to be super helpful. This looks like a pretty big function here, which is cool because this is a lot more than what we had before. And maybe we'll go ahead and try this one out because it might actually work. And let's grab the actual strategy here that we wrote. Let's go over to the code section here and let's put in this strategy just so we can always know what we're working on. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to test this out because we want to really put this to a test and see how it works. So it says import time, import CCXT. I'm actually just going to do that from this here because I'm already connected. I'll tell you what I'm doing here. Import don't share config. This has my API keys in it. So this part of the code right here that it told us to write, it's telling you to use your API key and your API secret. You could do it just like this, but as you can see, ignore the enable rate limit. You don't necessarily need that, but API key, I went and pulled in a file that holds my API key because I have to keep it secret because I'm on video. If I were to give it out, then you'd be able to see you'd have access to all my funds. So I'm not going to do that. Not today, at least. Maybe some other day. Hit subscribe and you might catch me if you haven't already. Okay, so we're connected to the exchange. Now let's go ahead and pull in some more of this information here. Let's see what this one actually ended up doing. Is there more code? Looks like they've already created the orders, which is nice. Okay, so there wasn't more code. I said keep going just because it gave me a lot of code, and I'm gonna go ahead and just plop it in and see what happens. I know it's not gonna work right away, but we'll just see what happens. So to someone who's never read this code or used algo trading code before or built algos, this might look like perfect, right? But then I plop it into my Visual Studio Code and you can see, okay, it creates consolidation price. I'm not sure how this works, but I can probably read it. So it gets the open, high, low, close volume. And one thing I do love about this is it does notate things. So fetch the 24 hours of candlesticks data for the trading pair. And this is quite amazing, right? Like AI just built this for me. If it's right, that's awesome. If it's wrong, well, at least it gave me a way to go. Opposed to like having to Google something, like how do I do this? Then you have to search through like 24 different pages just to figure out how to do something. AI here just gave me all this. So it's fascinating. And as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I am working on improving this model to work with algo trading even better. So you can just actually pop in the text and then it gives you the algo on the back end. So let's see, it gets the candles and then it calculates the range of prices over the past 24 hours. Okay, so it gets the max and it gets the min of the range high to low. I would actually like to print the F this is the high, and this is the low, and this is the range. I want to see this work because I'm still fascinated. Like I said, I try to throw my code or ideas into OpenAI all the time, or ChatGPT, because it gives me different ideas and different ways to code, which is pretty awesome. So if range divided by low, so if the range is less than 2%, return the average price as the consolidation price. So if the range is less than 2%, okay, yeah, wow, that's impressive. So if the range is less than 2%, so it's not ranging more than 2%, then it takes the average price as the consolidation price. And like, that's pretty impressive. Like, I may have not thought of doing it that way. So if range divided by low is less than 2%, return the average. Else return none. Okay, I'm just gonna run this because it's pretty neat. Pretty neat if this works, right? Time.sleep. So this is super powerful, right? Because now I'm able to code faster. Now, is it all correct? Probably not. It's probably not all correct, but if you can improve my speed by even like a little bit, I'm all in. Now just imagine when we, keep improving this model and we do go ahead and release something that spits it out perfectly, that's gonna be beast. So let's go ahead and hit play, see if this works. Look at that. So it gets the high, it gets the low, and it gets the range. Let's just eyeball this because that's pretty cool. So I've got a chart here, bring it over here, and we're on BTC. Let's go to like the 1 hour. And you can see the high is here. I don't know what the data, what's this based on? 1 hour. So what time is it right now? It says it's 11. It's like 7. So it's 11 UTC on this hour bar. So we'd go all the way back to 11 UTC on, I'm kind of silly, but I'm just gonna do it this way. This isn't the most efficient way to do it, but so 11 UTC. So this is the high, 16,768, and this is just about that, 7, somewhere around here. And then the low is 16,439, 16,4, yeah, about that. And then the range is whatever's between the two, which says 329. Oh, sorry, but this is way lower. And this is about 313. So that looks pretty good to me. I'm just eyeballing it, so I don't quite have the exact numbers, but wow, that's impressive. It just built this function, a consolidation, a function to consolidate price, or to calculate consolidation in the last 24 hours. I'm quite impressed. And then if I wanted to do it for more than 24 hours, like what if I wanted it to be for 4 days? Well, I could change this to 4-hour bars. Let's try that out. So 1 hour times 4 equals 4 hour, right? So you can see the high now in the past 4 days, Let's just go to daily here. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see 18,956. This is great. Wow. I'm very impressed. And every day that I play with this, I get more impressed. So I think it does need a little bit of tweaking, as we'll see here soon. But thus far, looks great to me. So now it says in the past 24 hours, let's just do 1 hour again, because that's what the model spit out. Okay, so we have a function, and let's just define the function a little better. This function looks at the past 24 hours and gets consolidation, and then returns, what does it return? Returns consolidation price. Consolidation price only if it is in consol. If not, it returns nada. Perfect. So that's pretty amazing. Good job, ChatGPT. Good job. That's very impressive. So it built a function for us that works, and I can use this, and I might use it in other algos, who knows? But let's go ahead and see this part. So while consolidation is true, so calculate the consolidation price, we just proved that that is correct. And if consolidation price, so if there is a consolidation price, so if there is a consolidation price, move on. And this is a different type of way of programming than I usually do. So that's another that's another thing that I learn a lot from ChatGPT. Like, there's so many different ways to program and to start if statements, or every piece of programming can be done in like 1,000 different ways. So what I really like thus far from ChatGPT is that I can see different ways and see what it suggests. So you can see if consolidation price, fetch current price, and to see if it is broken out of consolidation. Wow. So let's say print price and then time dot sleep. I just want to see if that works. But if no consolidation price, so it's in a while loop right here, and it's gonna wait. I love that. It even puts that in there. I'm gonna say else print we are not in consolidation. So doing nothing. So let's run this. And if it's in consolidation, it's just gonna print out the price and then sleep. If it's not in consolidation, we're gonna sleep for sleeping 10 time dot sleep. So everything I've added thus far is not really needed. And that's pretty cool because this AI just built this for us. So let's play it. This is the high, this is the low. We are not in consolidation, so doing nothing, sleeping 10. And then let's see what happens if it goes again. It's in a while loop, so I think it's just gonna print the same thing out. I feel like it's been 10 seconds, but maybe I'm tripping. That's a long 10 seconds, B. It's a long 10 seconds. Oh, there we go. I guess my 10 seconds are different than theirs. Anyways, let's go ahead and change the symbol here. What should we trade it on? Let's change it to ETH. And then let's just test this out. So I know I'm not in consolidation. So if I change this to if not consolidation, I gotta remember to change this back. Change back. I'm gonna say to do, maybe I'll to not. And the reason I did this is because I know we're not in consolidation, but I want to test this part. I want to see if the price comes out right. I want to just test this piece by piece. Oh, I like this implementation too. Dang, this is great. I'm really excited about this. And like I mentioned, you know, I'm working on improving this model in order to fix the bugs, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great ride. Using Codex and just building on top of it. And of course, I will share that with everybody in the Discord that you can get access to right there. And the Discord, there should be a link below to join the bootcamp, and you get all my code. I built like a ton of algorithms, and I show you exactly how to do that. So if you're in the place where you want to become a better algo trader or get started with algo trading, either or, I can help you with that. And nowadays it's even more powerful because not only do you have me to get you through the kind of the starting point and scaling up to having like 10 algos running, but now you also have AI to really help you scale. So my mind is right now is kind of like the tipping point of AI, where, you know, we've had it for a while, but now everybody can see it in a product, in ChatGPT or DALL-E, right? We're starting to see it. People are building apps on top of AI. And I've got a few trading apps I'm building on top of AI. I don't want to mention all of them, but one is just throwing in your strategy and outputting the actual code for it with no tweaks needed. Kind of like the tweaks I'm doing right now will be done. But I'll talk about that more inside of the bootcamp and all that good stuff. For now, I just want you to enjoy this ChatGPT because this is dope. Okay, so now we set it to not. So now it should show us the latest price. Okay, so it's 1199, and now remember it's 1207 and 1181, and this is because we changed it to Ethereum. Perfect. So let's go ahead and say, let's just keep it going then. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make this an F string. F. This is the price. What do we call it? Price? Or what did they call it? That's so dope. I didn't call it anything. Symbol. Okay. So if price is bigger than consolidation price, then order equals exchange create order limit buy size. Dang. And what did it put the price at though? Price. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if we would want to do it that way in production. I might make a create limit buy order and say, I might go ahead and say to add in params, but I'm just being picky now. Post only. I want to see how well it does, and I apologize because this is part of the problem of knowing what I'm doing is that I have specific ways of doing things, and the post only will make it so it always only enters as a limit order, and that saves a ton on fees because it's getting the price, right? So if it's getting the price, then the last price, then it might enter as a market order, but that's fine for now. And then while true, it's getting the price again. So it creates the order and it assumes that it fills that order. I feel like that's a fine assumption because it is doing a limit order, but it's not a post only, so it's not going to get canceled. So it's either going to fill as a market. So while true, check the current price and close the order if the if the profit or loss thresholds have been reached. So price, again, we get the price, get the last price, and then profit equals price minus order price divided by order price. I'm gonna change this to like a random symbol that hopefully I don't have any leverage set on, because that would skew things a lot. So, you know, I show how to do that all in my bootcamp, but how to account for the actual profit when there's leverage to do if leverage needs to account for it. So we might want to set leverage to 0 in this case, because profit is true in this case where it's price minus order price divided by order price. But when you add in, like, say you have 5x leverage, well, that changes things a bit. It's actually multiplied by 5, I think. But I've got all that written down. And then we want to say if profit is bigger than profit threshold, or profit is smaller than loss threshold, interesting, I like that, then exchange.cancel order. Now that's not going to work. It just cancels the order. It doesn't actually get us out of the order. So for the, let's say that, for the part of code after profit threshold, please update in order to close the order as well, not just cancel open pending orders. So this is sweet because it's kind of like having an assistant, and we'll see how it does. Fetch order function to check, and then create market sell or market buy order. So you can see, look at that. Like, I just caught him doing something that could be crucial, right? Because at the end of the day, if that didn't work, we would just have an order that's open forever. And now you can see order equals fetch order, order ID. Price equals fetch ticker price. Create market sell order. Fetch order ID and symbol if order status equals close. Price equals create. Price equals exchange fetch ticker. Profit equals that. If profit is over, break. If profit is less than, break. Okay, I think that's fair enough. So while true, I'm just trying to figure out how I don't have to change this whole code. I think it's just while true, and then all the way down here, and okay, they really updated this one. I'm happy to see. I think we just go ahead and this might be the whole function we need to. I think I'm just gonna copy all of this and just, okay, so this is better. This is a better function. I'm gonna have to make it while true again, but let's delete all that. Oops, I don't know what I just did. Let's delete it. I deleted the function, peace. We know the first one worked. It was cool. The only thing it didn't exit us out of the position good enough. So I just ran it again and I gave it some more input. So I don't want to point fingers here because it's AI. It's not, it's on me at the end of the day. So I want to make sure, like, eventually, I think within years, with teams like mine and other people that are researching how to output different algorithms from text, we'll get there. But for now, it's going to need a little bit of tweaking. Let's go ahead and check out what's going on here in the interim. We've got an open market maker we built the other day here together. It's up 3%, which is cool, but I'm actually keeping my eye on Solana because there's a lot of stuff going on with the whole FTX thing. So I like to keep my eye on it and look for possible trading opportunities. So let's get back here and let's go through this now. So it gets the consolidation price, and then I gotta add to do change back to not, and then I'm gonna say if not, just so we can get in here and test it out. It gets the price the same way, and then if price is bigger, then it creates order. Okay, that's fine with me. And I'm gonna say print just placed a buy order. I'm also gonna put that print down here to open. And then I'm also going to do that down here. Just create a sell order to open. Okay. And then let's see what it says now. It says while true, order equals exchange.fetch order and fetch order ID. If order status equals closed, then we break. Okay, so we break out. And then check the current price again and close the order if the profit or loss thresholds have been reached. Okay, so we get the price again, and then we get the profit. And then if price is equal or greater than, then we do a market sell order and order filled. I'm curious how this is going to work. I know it grabs the information out of this order right here, but I want to see if it actually is going to work. And then LF profit is less than, then it's order filled as well. My worry here is this is like you get data here, and if it doesn't fill right away, then is he going to set another order? I gotta say, let's update the above order code in order to, that might confuse it, code so it only opens a new order if there is not already a position for that symbol. So is this faster than coding by myself? I don't know. I still don't know. Because for me, I know all this stuff already. So like I'm able to ask the right questions. And that's kind of the debate right now is using AI to code, whether it's Copilot or ChatGPT or any other thing released by OpenAI, is it faster or not? Because, if I know how to do it, I can code it and just do it right, probably the first time with some tweaking, of course. But this, you're actually just like debugging code almost. So while I do use it all the time for kind of new ideas of how to implement things, because I think that's one of the most powerful parts is you can really implement any idea or you can ask anything, and then a lot of the times, I don't know about for you, but for me, it shows me a new way of doing something. So let's see what it changed here. Price, if price is over consolidation, while true, price. I don't see anything about the open position. While true, if balance of, okay, there it is. I see it now. Okay, so let me try this one. See, it comes, you know, it's awesome. It writes all the code, and I think the only thing is it just needs a little bit of tweaking, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to research this to make sure we can improve on this model, so it can make the assumptions like that I've kind of added here. Maybe it's on me to write out a better description, like say, hey, have that at the start, and maybe I'll just save this. Trade intraday bot, cool, it'll be saved there. And now let's look at this. So if not consolidation price, because I need to change it back, to do, change back to not, and then balance equals fetch balance. Okay, this is a long function to get the, if symbol of free equals 0 and symbol of used equals 0, then, okay, then it goes into the price here. Okay, I see, I like this. So this gets the balance, and if it's free, if it's free, this like Ethereum shows free 0 and balance used equals 0. The free part makes me a little nervous, but we'll check that out. If price is over consolidation price, so this works just like we asked it to earlier. And then while true, order equals exchange.fetch order ID. So it fetches the order, okay? Oh, because it creates the order right here. And then if the status is closed, then we break. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say print just created an order to buy to open. I'm gonna sleep 15 because then it will give it some time. I guess it's not even needed because it's not like regenerating the order dictionary here. It's just if it's open, it's open. If it's closed, it's closed. So pretty much if it goes market, then it's market. I might just hit this with a create market buy order then. We'll test it. And then it says the order fetch order, so price, and it gets the profit, and if profit is bigger than the threshold, then it's closed. I might just copy over this create market buy and sell order. If profit is under the loss threshold, then it's market closed. If price is under consolidation, then it does the same thing. From my eye, the one thing I think we need to change is create market order, because this kind of assumes that it goes in automatically and works, but I don't know if it will. It sometimes won't. So let's go ahead and just run this, because why not? So let's go over to Mana. I should have picked a better volume one. Maybe like link. Let's do link. And let's change this here to link USD. So I'm impressed, you know, like as much as I can kind of like hate on it, whatever, I am impressed. So price equals that. Okay, do we reset price though? Yes, we do. Perfect. 6% max loss. All right, we're gonna run this AI that is created this for us. So let's do that. But first I want to, oh, it does the sleep for us. Perfect, perfect. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do 10 seconds here and 10 seconds here. All right, I'm a little nervous, but I'm just gonna run it. I think it's only a size of 1, so I'm not gonna bankrupt us, which is good. Key error, link USD, huh? Okay, well, there's a bug. So we'll have to figure that out and see what the, so fetch balance, if symbol, balance of symbol, let's try with UBTC because that's what it started with, UBTC USD. My only problem with this is I have another algo going. As you can see, we built the other day. It's up like 3%. So this part doesn't seem to work. In line 70, if balance symbol free, okay. Well, instead of trying to work with the AI and get them to do it right, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's gonna take some time. It can code-ish, but it needs a little bit of time. It just needs some massaging, per se, and I'm gonna do that massaging and keep training on top of it. I don't think this is their best model, the ChatGPT one, especially for coding. I don't know if it uses Codex. Codex is a better model for coding, and I think that's what Copilot uses, GitHub. But it still needs to be tweaked for algo trading specifically, in my mind. So I'm gonna print the balance and figure out how this dictionary works. Okay. Oh, I've seen this before. So you can see mana. So this is getting my balance for spot. So luckily I've seen this, and if I click, let's go to another file that I know I have. So I was working on Market Maker the other day with you, and let's say balance, and look at this. That's what it missed. It should have known because I said UBTC USD, but that's asking a lot. So we just need to fetch balance with params equals params and pass that in. So this is the type of stuff that I can teach you inside of the bootcamp, and I'll give you all my codes. So while it may look easy to me make these adjustments, I get it. Like, if it doesn't work for you, because you have to have this knowledge, but it's not any harder than anything else. Like, don't worry about it. It's, if you learned how to trade, you can learn how to code trading algorithms. And if you already know how to code, you got this. It just comes down to the strategy now. All right, let's try this out again. I'm gonna go ahead and run. Still interesting. So balance doesn't have link USD. I should have double checked that. So let's print balance again. BNB USD. Let's see what we do here. Balance info, data, positions. So maybe it's missing the info data part. Info and data. Let's see what it does here. It does balance, yeah. And then balance equals, we should do balance equals balance info data. and that might help it. Info data positions. Positions. And maybe that will work now. And let's just print this. Because then we don't need to see the dictionary. We just use our old example. List indices must be integers or slices, not strings. So let's go ahead and say print balance one more time. Figure out how to get there. So as you can see, this is kind of an error that I probably wouldn't have run into because I've already written this code, but that's, you know, it's written a lot of code for us. So do I love it? I do love it. I do. Could it be better? Of course, but everything can be better. I could be better. So user ID, account ID, symbol. So we pass in the symbol. What do we do over here? Dictionary, info data, positions. Oh, I guess this gets our positions. So if balance symbol, free, that gives us an error, and the other one gets us an error, then how can we go ahead and fix this? Let's go ahead here, see what's going on. All right, so list indices must be integers or slices, not strings. Okay, I know how to fix that, but it's, if balance, where's the error happening? 73, so it's right here. So balance symbol free. So while the code looks solid, it clearly needs some updating, and what I typically do is I just send it to a data frame, and as you can see here, this is what we did last time. You send it to a data frame, and then for that data frame, you can say, hey, I want this or that. And if the balance is bigger than free, so we could actually just do that real quick, I guess. Position size, I would take this and say position size. So let's just fix it because it's not quite correct yet, but that's okay, and that's why I'm working on it. Like, I'm working on updating this so it actually works with and spits out, like, at least for the way I build. Let's do exchange, fetch balance. So I already have that. And then positions equals that. And then positions is now positions df dot loc. So where did I do the positions df? I have to import this. See, my dream here is to just teach the model all of these tweaks I'm making, and then it will be like an AI that codes training algorithms like Moon myself, right? So that's gonna be pretty dope. Position size, if position size is so now we can just say if position size equals 0, then move on. And I'm also going to do a Femex dot cancel. Sorry, I guess it's exchange dot cancel all orders, and then pass in the symbol just in case we don't want to have double orders here. So it's going to cancel the order. I'm going to do the same thing down here. Fetch order right before it creates an order. So now it's going to cancel the order before it creates the order. So here it should get us the position size, and then say print position size. Well, let's do this actually. Let's delete this. Well, I could have just done it right here. Print position size, okay? And I'm actually gonna put this inside of where we got the error. So I'm gonna put it right there before it sets the actual buy. Okay, so this should get our params, puts the params, fetch balance, and then it gets the position balance, and it's gonna loop in this forever, which is nice. And let's go ahead and play. Index 0 is out of bounds for access 0 with size 0. 73 line position dot values. Let's print position DF first because I need to see what that data frame looks like. I should have one position. Oh, and you know what it is? I haven't activated link on this account yet. So let's use BNB. Essentially with Femex, you have to kind of activate by trading a position before it's going to show up in your data frame or your positions data frame. Okay, you can see the position 0. Perfect. So it worked. Now it goes into here, and if position size is 0, then it should work. So let's try this out. It's going to create orders, and we might have to do some more debugging, but you know, this is a good showcase of like the power of OpenAI and ChatGPT. And let's see if it actually makes the order. So let's go to BNB. Here it is. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting 5-minute bars. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, there's just no volume here. Look at all these gaps. Oh my goodness gracious. Do I want to trade this one? How much volume does it have? 500 to 12 million. I think one is going to be fine. Let's go ahead and run it and see if it makes an order. It should make an order now. So we ran into another error here. So in line 78, hopefully it's not my line. Yes, if price is bigger than consolidation price, and there is no consolidation price. So, dang, it's not gonna work here because remember, it's not supposed to even go in there. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna add a consolidation price just so we can get this working. because it actually shouldn't be buying right now. I just want to make sure that the buying and stuff works. So I have this to do of deleting this and deleting this. Okay, we created an order. That's awesome. So we created the order here, BNB, and you can see the orders right here, and we're right on there on that price. But now it says another error, CCXT, CMX fetch order, BNB, order ID with not found. Okay, so now we have to tweak the order ID. So while ChatGPT is good at coding, I don't think it's great. It needs some updating, and I think it's pretty fun to use to get new ideas of how to implement code. Like, for example, to just say an if consolidation price instead of saying if else. That was neat. Sorry, that was a stupid example, but for example, this function right here of how they calculated consolidation price was pretty good. And it may have taken me probably, a little bit of time to calculate this consolidation price and calculate when something's in consolidation or not. Is it the best way to do it? I don't know. We can probably test some other ways. But I'm starting to lean towards, hey, the order, putting the orders in for algo trading and making sure that there's no open orders and we have limit orders. I think that needs some fine tuning when it comes to the model. And like I said, I don't think ChatGPT is using their best coding model, which I believe is Codex, but I'm trying to build on top of Codex in order to essentially be able to say this up here, and then it outputs a perfect piece of code, exactly how I code things, or better than I code things, but the order parts are perfect. So I think this serves as a pretty good overview of the powers of ChatGPT. Super powerful to build little functions like this, to refactor code, and I'm interested in bigger use cases where we build our own stuff on OpenAI's models, such as sentiment tracking or creating new algorithms based off of old algorithms, or giving it some text or some Pine script and creating new algorithms. So I look forward to doing all of that. I'll make sure that everybody in the Discord has access to that. So make sure to join that Discord. There is a link below. Join the bootcamp. You get access to everything. And other than that, I hope you've really enjoyed this. To stick around, you know what to do. Just hit that big red button to subscribe. And I will catch you inside of the bootcamp, where we'll be going over a ton of different algorithms, or I will see you in the next video.